Assalamualaikum and very good morning. Today we will discuss on chapter 4 of project planning. Uh, as we ref- as we discussed before, we in chapter 3 we discussed about the software project management process, where you should understand the process and you should differentiate between project life cycle and software development life cycle. So when you understand the business process of developing the software project, such as software development life cycle, and you know the framework, the the life cycle of the project, so it is easy for you to manage the project accordingly. So today we cover the chapter 4 project plannings. Uh, we will discuss on how to make a plan and how to plan staffing of the project and how to present the plan and some topic we touch on how to structuring the development work, is it by functional or by design and or mix, yeah, hybrid. And we discuss also about the splitting project into phases, how to split the project into phases, and we will highlight what is the important document to be delivered. This also under plan because every stage, every process or discipline of software engineering, so you need to produce a tangible document to be reviewed and to be read by the by the users. Okay. Firstly, why we need planning? So I'm not use the plan because plan is one time. So we use planning because planning is a continuous process. Okay. We cannot do one time plan and then that's it. So because the project is over time, yeah, it run a project sometimes take uh, at least sometimes it's 6 months, 1 year, 1.5 year, and 2 year, or even sometimes it's 5 years. So during that period of time to produce to complete the projects, there are many obstacles, there are many hindrance, or there are many challenges along the way. So first, why we need to plan is to reduce the uncertainty. Yeah, it's very easy. So when you plan, so uh, you need it's actually you try to eliminate, yeah, try to eliminate the uncertainty. Yeah. Because we don't know. Let's say you study in UTEM from the first day, maybe your father already planned for you, plan for you in terms of budget, yeah, budgetary. So in 3 years, your parent already allocate how much money to be spent for you to complete uh, your degree in 3 years or 4 years. So example, yeah, the shortage of staff, too many changes, bug and error. So this is happen when you do a project, software project. The tough period is during the software testing. Yeah, so a lot of bugs or error or mismatch of requirement between user and the developer. Sometimes too many changes, request by the user, because they think that uh, the software is easy to add on. Yeah. Okay, another thing is to improve the efficiency. Yeah, why we need to plan? Because uh, we when we start the project, so we sometimes our knowledge is very less. Yeah, so we don't know the situation 100%, right? And we cannot predict something can be happen in between of the uh, during the during time we develop the software. There are many things that we learn. Yeah, learn about the user characters, learn about the team members characters, learn about the business functionality. Yeah, because we ICT discipline or ICT sector is a service. Yeah? So you can exist in any projects. Example, if you involve in uh, digital project for Ministry of Health, yeah, it involve a medical process, involve clinical process, involve doctor, specialists, nurses, which is you never learn before. So this is an for example, that is a very new knowledge for you. So this is experienced by me when I joined the Telehealth Malaysia, a flagship application for Ministry of Health. So from different perspective, from different knowledge, so I have to learn about the healthcare business process. So when you plan, so you you need you need to get ready. Yeah, so at least you have a plan A, plan B, or plan C. Yeah? Especially like I said just now, when you learn the new thing, so you need to do a planning. Yeah? Planning means you continuously plan what to do. Okay, this week maybe you face new things, then you plan for next week. Yeah. uh, and then why we need planning is to obtain better understanding of the project. Example, training need analysis and transfer of technology. So when you, like I said previously, just now, when you face with a new thing, so you need to you need to plan how to get insight understanding about the business process. So you need to plan on the training, yeah, on the training required for you and also the project team. Yeah, and you need to plan about the TOT, transfer of technology, or transfer of knowledge. Yeah, between doctor, for example, to the developer. So you don't know about the medical process. So the doctor will explain to you. They are expert. They are subject matter expert. So you need to plan when this transfer of technology can be done. Yeah, between between subject matter expert and your team. Planning. Another reason why we need to plan is to provide monitoring on controlling of work. Yeah. So if you don't have a plan, let's say you don't have a Gantt chart, even a simple Gantt chart, yeah, the project schedule. So how you want to do the monitoring and how you want to control the project members' tasks and responsibility. Even your organization structure also not exist, then is loss of control. You loss of control of your project, and even you cannot monitor what, and you don't know what are the things that you need to monitor. Yeah, that's why you need to plan, and do a planning. So when you have a project plan, okay, so you can keep track, you can uh, measure the actual situation, between actual situation and plan. Yeah, so let's say you plan to complete the SRS, within 1 month. Okay, and then suddenly there are many obstacles, and your SRS cannot be delivered in 1 month. So you know the the situation, you know where you are. Okay, you plans 1 month, but you cannot deliver on time. This is due to what? Yeah, due to A, B, C, and D. So this is a learning process. Yeah, and why we need planning? Establish the benchmark. Example, you can compare and learn from existing project. Yeah, when you do planning, of course, whether you realize or not, you need to do the research. Yeah, you need to ask, maybe your friends, or maybe other projects, what are the secret, or tips that they can share with you in managing the project. And maybe the secret or tip is not, it cannot be find in the books. Yeah, so when you uh, practice it, and when you do a project, then you experience it. Yeah, so sometimes a very unique problem will be occurred during the project development. Yeah, so you need to uh, create the networking, in ICT project management. So if you have time, if you have uh, networking, so it easy for you to find a solution or resolution when you face a big problems, or obstacle, during the project development. So another reason why we need to plan is to define the overall management strategy, responsibility, authorities, and specific procedure to be followed. Okay, so this is very important. The overall management strategy. So the strategy is something that uh, secret, they call it, recipe, how you want to achieve uh, the target of the project, how you want to, the recipe is how you want to make the team get into the same objective and mission or vision. Yeah, responsibility, like you did in the first lab. So you need to create the organization structure, and then and every role you need to describe their job descriptions, yeah, and their KPI. Yeah, and you need to establish the SOP, standard operating procedure. Yeah, how you want to uh, example, how you want to construct the SRS, how you want to uh, get approval of the SRS. Yeah, how you want to send the SRS for review. Yeah, how many days is required to respond on your complete SRS, and then how you want to get the sign off of SRS. So that is the procedure, yeah, policy, how you manage it, and how you want to escalate this thing to your user. So when you do this planning, example software, sorry, example standard operating procedure. So it make the the process very systematic, yeah. So we can control easily. So another reason why we do or why we plan to assist in fostering creation and maintenance of a team, yeah. So if you don't have a plan, for example, you don't have a human resource planning, so maybe your staff will be left like nobody care about them, yeah. So we in the project development life cycle, the teamwork is very important element to make sure the project is success. So so you need to create create the environment, like you conduct the team building, this is under plan, yeah. Conduct the outing, conduct the annual dinner, yeah. So this will create the uh, teamwork, yeah, teamwork synergy among the team members. Okay, how to make a plan? uh, Bagaimana you uh, create the plan, yeah. So firstly, first step, so you need to review the resources that you have, in order to meet the requirement and time scale of your project. Review the resources. The resources include the functionalities, user requirement. So the user requirement is a source of information, yeah. So if you don't have the clear picture on the what user require and what user need in term of the system functionalities, so you will lose, yeah, you will lose control, and a lot of ad hoc plan will be occurred, yeah, because you don't have a clear picture, you don't have the overall requirement of the system. I give one example. If you want to develop the house, so first thing that you need is to design the structure of the house. Yeah? You have to tell to the architecture, the architect to realize, yeah, to visualize your dream. Yeah? Let's say you want a big house. You cannot say to the architect, okay, I want a big house, then build for me. Cannot. So you have to give your requirements. Yeah? So that called functionality of the house. So you need eight uh, eight rooms. You need great room. You need guest room. You need maybe you need seven toilet or bathroom. You need attic. Yeah? You need one spiral stairs. Yeah? You need a very big kitchen for your wife to cook uh, 4 times a day. This is an example. Yeah. So you need to tell to the architect, then architect can uh, visualize your requirement, uh, in a paper, for example. So the architect will visualize your house, and they will draw and then give to you. Then you you certify what are the requirement that you need, and the project can be proceed. Okay, same as software projects. So you need to review the people, specific or type of person. To do a plan, so you need a good people, uh, to help you or to give a right advice to you. Yeah. So that's why at the beginning you need to create or design the organization structure. Yeah. So that you know the relationship between division and the relationship between division and another division. Yeah, interrelated tasks. Then you need to review the infrastructure. So how many computer required? Is there any training room required? You want to use the LAN, or you want to use Wi-Fi, and etc. Yeah. So this is infrastructure. You want to uh, have a physical office or virtual office. Yeah. So nowadays a lot of company implement a remote office, they call it. Yeah. They connect each other using teleconference or using the digital communication. So another resources. This is very important that you should have a budget. Yeah, money. No money, no talk. Yeah, no money. How you want to pay the salary of the staff? How you want to buy the computer? How you want to set up the training room, LAN, pay to the telecommunication company for internet access, and so on. So anything that you want to do in software development, first of all, of course, you need budget. Yeah, that's why in any project, uh, before the project is started, there is a payment schedule. Yeah. So before the project started, normally the company charge the user upfront money. They call it deposit. Yeah. 10% from the total value or 30% from the total value of the project. Normally 10%, yeah, 10% to 15%. This is fair enough for the vendor uh, to start the project. Okay, how to make a plan? So you need to work out logical sequence of event. Yeah, look up or work out logical sequence means the process. Yeah, how you want to produce a project charter. Yeah, at the end of the day, you need to produce at least the project schedule. Okay, so work out the logical sequence. First, look for the dependencies. The look at the constraint, obstacle, hindrance. So this is a negative element. Yeah. So sometimes we need to look at the negative side also, and also the positive side. Yeah. But normally in project, so you need to look at the negative side. Yeah, negative element. Constraint, for example, if you do a very critical uh, application, such as you computerize the uh, what they call it, medical theater room. Yeah. it involves the surgery process in the room. So how you want to get the uh, get the requirement from the specialist or surgeon, because they work their work is 24 hours. Yeah, they are busy. So this is a constraint. How you want to get the requirement from them? How you want to let them to explain to you? Yeah, this is a constraint. Obstacle meanings that you you have to look at uh, the resistance, yeah, from the user side. Some of the user, they already put in their mind, yeah, so they don't want to computerize the system. They don't want to involve the digital effort. So this is another thing or challenge that you need to resolve it. So normally, if you find this type of user, so this is very difficult or very high challenge for you to resolve it. Yeah, I got this experience when I was a project manager to replace the SAP application with our homegrown product, for financial accounting system, because the SAP software is already used by the user for a long time. Yeah, so they very happy with the system. Then suddenly the management asked to change with a homegrown product. So when we meet in the meeting, it's like we exist in the war room. Yeah, so even you talk about a small mistake, so they will laughing to you. Yeah, and there are a lot of uh, rude word, raised in the meeting. Yeah, sometimes they said, how come you want to develop a accounting system, because your background is a computer science. Yeah, so you you don't know about the accounting system, they said. So this is a challenge. This is not a problem. Yeah? So this is a challenge how you want to resolve it. So what I did is I met my CEO, and then CEO told me, you do what you do what you think is right. Okay. Then I asked for accountants. So we hire one accountant work with us, and this become this will reduce the tensions, during the meeting. So anything about the accounting, so we pass to the accountant to answer or to give the explanation about the system. So this is strategy. Yeah. Okay. Look for the dependencies. How to This is one of the tip how to make a plan. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Once you work out the logical sequence, so you need to break the work into phases, delivering simplest first. Yeah. So let's say you list down the process or deliverable. Let's say you construct a project plan, construct SRS, review SRS, uh, get sign off of the SRS. This is logical sequence. Yeah. And then you start construct the uh, SRS, construct the SDD, for example. So you start with develop the high level design, develop the detailed design. Okay, so under high level design, what you need to do? So you construct the system architecture, you construct the uh, package uh, package design. Yeah, so this is a logical sequence. So you just list all the activity, all the deliverable in sequence. Then you break the work into phases of delivering. Which one that you things that can be delivered first, then you propose or put the first one. Of course, the software development life cycle you need to follow through. Yeah, but let's say you have 20 module to be delivered. So which module that you want to deliver first? So this is a important of workup logical sequence. So maybe you deliver 5 module first. Yeah, sign up, sign in, authentications. Yeah, maybe system administrations. This is a core module and the fundamental module of any system. Yeah, so you need the lookup table and etc. And then when you got the list of tasks, and then what you need to do, you assign the task into the resources. Yep, let's say SRS you assign to Salma, for example, and then estimate the time to be delivered. SRS 2 months, for example. Yeah, and then you need to take into consideration the rule of thumb. So when you want to assign the task into the resources, first you need to look at the effective day or effective week, taking into account sick leave, holidays, festival, and training. So when you assign the task into the resources, so you need to look at the main calendar. For example, in Malaysia, there are a lot of public holiday. So you must take into consideration, yeah, Hari Raya, holiday, public holiday, Gong Hee Fat Chai, Deepavali, yeah, New Year's, and etc. So these need to take into the consideration. Don't count the public holiday into the project time estimation. Okay, and then after you assign the resources, you schedule the task, set the start and end date, yeah, and try changing order subject to constraint, and then one chain of tasks following one another with no slack. Yeah, this is critical parts when you this is another exercise when we create the Gantt chart, yeah, using Microsoft Project. And then after you schedule the task, you need to discuss and agree with team, managers, and also the users about your plan. Yeah. So you already have a task and assign to resource. Then you schedule the task, get the start date and date, and then you bring this Gantt chart or project plan to present to the team members, the manager, and users, and get their agreement. Okay. Then so your plan is complete. Yeah. Work out the logical sequence, assign the resource, schedule the task, and get the agreement from the team, managers, and users. So how I plan staffing of project. How you plan to staffing the uh, of project. Yeah. This is a tip how you want to assign your team members into a specific project. So first thing is that you need to look is specify the managerial and technical skill. Yeah, so you need to define by yourself what is the managerial task and what is the technical task. Yeah, so that is easy for you to find the candidate to work with you. Yeah, some of the stuff you require is looking on the management part. Yeah, they do paperwork, they do the proposal work. You don't expect that this guy can do on the technical part. Yeah, sometimes the technical part only do the technical things. Yeah, they do a design, architecturing, and you don't expect that that type of people can do uh, writing works, a good writing or presentation. Yeah, so this is very important. You should define what is the managerial requirement and what is the technical skill that you looking for. Okay, and then you have to measure the learning curve. Let's say your project implement a new language, a programming language, and your project team implement a new methodologies. Let's say from waterfall, you use a new methodology, agile methodology. So this is a process, learning process. Yeah, so you need to measure your staff, their catch up process. Yeah, how fast they can catch up the new thing. So this fall under learning curve. Yeah, learning curve. So take into consideration. And then how to familiarize with the methodology and how to familiarize with the new language. For example, Google JavaScript, advanced JavaScript, yeah, such as React, Node.js, yeah, which is you never learn in the university. Yeah, so this is a thing that you need to consider. Another thing is a personal productivity. Maybe some of the staff is slow learner, some of the staff is fast learner, and some of the staff like create a lot of drama. Yeah, so so they don't have time to do their works. Yeah, every day they make a drama. Yeah, and story. So this is a thing that you need to understand of your staff personnel, and this will help you to plan, yeah, and staffing the staff. Another thing that factor to take into account when you want to staffing a project, the new technology standard. Example, what is the new technology now? IoT, for example. Yeah, you got one project for IoT, so there are many technology, sensor and mechanical that need to be included in your system, not only database system only. Yeah, so nowadays the application or software will integrate with the mechanical part. Yeah, mechanical part, the hardware, the sensor, yeah, image, CCTV, and etc. And there are a lot of standard involved, right? When you uh, develop a healthcare system in medical, there are many standard. Example, HL7, Alliance, uh, what else? Alliance, CTV3, ICD-10 standard, and etc. So take into under consideration. And then how to handle this non-ideal but real situation, for example, training before they are expected to contribute. So you need to provide the training. Uh, what you learn in the university is the basic, yeah, the fundamental of programming, for example. So you learn data struct, you learn C++. Sometimes C++ is not used in the industry anymore. Yeah, but the fundamental of C++ is a programming. Yeah, maybe you learn about the object oriented, how to reuse the API and so on. So this knowledge is actually fundamental. Yeah? If you don't have a fundamental, how you want to continue with the advanced part, advanced programming, for example. So maybe the training is normally is to introduce the new language, for example. Let's say when your school, your university is done in Malaysia, for example. There are a lot of language, Bahasa Malaysia or English you use. But when you go to China, so you have to learn the uh, Mandarin language. Or if you go to Middle East country, so you need to learn Arabic. Yeah. So this is training need. Yeah. Uh, at least you know the basic language, for example. Yeah, example. Same as a programming language. So you got already the skill of programming, but the training normally is introduce you to the new language. Yeah, for example, React. React is the base language is JavaScript. Yeah, JavaScript. So in React, they will use a lot of JavaScript, advanced JavaScript. Okay, how to handle non-ideal situation? Allow extra time to catch up and assign low criticality task for first experiment. So this is a way how you manage the staff. So we cannot say that uh, when you see at the advertisement for vacancy, yeah, there are a lot of job description and expectation. But sometimes when come to the interview, uh, not all the candidate fulfill all the requirement. So we as a company sometimes we need to balance, yeah, and uh, we have to tolerate, yeah, between skill that the student have and then the actual environment in the industry. So you as a project manager allow extra time to catch up, allow extra time for your staff to catch up the new things, and firstly assign them to the non-critical tasks first, and then test them. And if you think that the staff can do the programming, for example, good programming within the time period or ahead of schedule, then you can assign them with the critical task, yeah, later. So how can I present my plan? This is very easy. Complete your plan and then present the plan. Yeah. So how can I present my plan? You need to complete your plan. How to complete the plan? Follow the process that I told you just now. Uh, Work out the sequence of work, assign the task, yeah, and then schedule the task, and then you get the endorsement from the top management. So what you need to uh, do during the presentation and prepare for the presentation is clarity. Yeah? So you need to plan. You need to present your plan clearly. Okay, let's say you start with the develop. You start with the project launching, and then you continue with the project charter, or you develop the software development plan. Clearly, what is the uh, what is the plan for the staffing, what is the plan for the uh, infrastructure, what is the plan for the budget, yeah, how you distribute the budget, yeah, and etc. Okay, and the plan should be maintainability, means that you can update it, yeah. That's why it advised that you use tools like software project, Microsoft software project, yeah, to maintain it easy. If any changes, so you can drag and drop only. Okay, so how I present my plan, make it the plan public, invite comment. Public means that you don't need to put in the bunting or in the advertisement. So public mean you open your plan and welcome the comment. Yeah, don't defensive. Okay, make a plan as a living document. It will change over time with agreement from all. So that called planning. Okay, this is a structuring development. So this is one of the uh, thing that you need to uh, consider during planning stage. When you develop application, so you need to structure your development project. So this is under plan actually. Whether you want to structure your software development project based on the design structure. So design structure means you split the team and work based on the design itself. Example, uh, your staffing your staff according to your according to their expertise. For example, database expert. So they just mean that mean you create your organization structure uh, based on the skill, yeah, not based on the division. Okay, division of functionality. I repeat, yeah. So dividing by design structure means you design your organization structure based on the skill. Yeah, you have a database, for example, you have architecture, software architecture, you have network, like that. Yeah, compared to the design by the functionalities. Functionalities mean based on the software development team, for example, software development division, yeah, network division, yeah. What else? Subject matter division. So that called functionalities. But design, dividing by design is based on the skill. Okay. So another approach of structuring development is hybrid approach. So you combine between the functionalities and also the specialties. Okay. So when to split the project into phases, so you need to define a requirement before building the system, and you need to split the project into phases when business changing very rapidly, major uncertainty, scope too large, user want some part delivered later than others. I mean, user want critical functionality first, so you need to split it. So user not sure what they want. This is very dangerous. So you need to plan for them. Yeah, you need to uh, propose to them which functionality need to be delivered first. Okay, and this functionality is very important for their business. Example, when you develop a banking system, what is the critical application? A critical business need to be digitalized. Of course, the ATM machine and the counter system, right? So because when people save their money and they want to withdraw the money, so where they want to withdraw, of course, through ATM or through the counter system. So when to split, user afraid to responsible what they propose. So this is a very This is a experience that I have gone through. So this is from experience. Yeah. So users sometimes afraid to responsible what they propose. They just said what the not what they want, but they will say that is what the top management want. Yeah. So this is normal. Okay, this is a example of field structure. Summaries on field structure. So difficult to design, component reuse, maintainable, proper documentation. So when you do a field structure of your software development project, so this is things that you need to take into consideration, high consideration, because you uh, need to have a good software designer, yeah, or software architect to make sure that the component can be reused and maintainable. So sometimes when you go another iteration, the same, let's say, authentication can be reused. Yeah, let's say you start with the sign up and sign in, so there is a authentication there, so you can reuse to another iteration that make your development fast. Yeah. So another thing is required a good configuration management. Configuration management include change control, yeah, include the versioning control, okay. So include the testing. When you do a testing, of course the changes will be rapidly done, rapidly occurred. Yeah. Then you need the very strong versioning control. So still need a big picture of overall requirements, sometime overlook of budget issue. Okay, so when you do the phases uh, approach, so sometimes you overlook on the budget. Yeah. So when come to the last phase, for example, uh, the budget or the money is already finished. So this is a risk that you have to manage. Okay. Uh, what else? So which part to deliver first when choose phase structure? Principle to follow, lower cost and simplest. So when you do your project, software project, look at the lower cost and simpler, the simple functionality first to be delivered. So this uh, is a psychology, to the user that you can deliver the software fast, so they will feel wow. That is a wow factor, so you need to create a wow factor to your user or your customer, so that you build the confidence, to the customer, so you can do. So look at the business critical to the organization. For example, like I said, for the banking system, the critical business for the organization is ATM machine and also the uh, counter system. Yeah. So the counter system and ATM machine are very very useful to simplify the process of deposit the money and also the way withdraw the money. So when you make the customer happy, so they will come to you, right? So now we are people look at the good services. They are not look at the technology. Technology, if you have a technology but you make people life difficult, so this is no point. Yeah. So deliver high value first. So this is a formula of high value, benefit, divide cost, multiply risk. Okay. So this is another important things that you need to plan, yeah, during the project life cycle, yeah, the documentation. So you have to define in your project plan what are the deliverable in terms of the documentation to be produced and to be delivered to the customer. First is very important is SDP, so development plan, requirement analysis document, uh, software architecture document. But this in your level, I think we don't need to teach you yet on this matter because this is high level. So normally SDP, requirement analysis, yep. SRS, this is a very important document, very comprehensive uh, software specification, and then the database design. Let's say if you want to produce a database design instead of SDD, so it is up to your project. Yeah, I think I forgot another important document. They call it software detail design. Yeah, SDD, software detail design or software design document, software detail design document, SDD they call it. Yep. So this is where uh, you design your high level design, right? And detail design. Okay. Okay, class. I think. Oh my God. Sorry. This is example of WBS work breakdown structure. Okay. In summary, planning is essential for managing solar project. There are five steps to making a plan, structuring the software development through functional design approach and hybrid practical approach to plan and manage the project. So divide the project into several phases is effective strategic to manage the risk. Okay, so this is all about planning. Yep. So you have any comments or write your comment in the bottom of the YouTube. Uh, so that's it. Thank you very much and assalamualaikum.